Hey everyone, Aaron here from Hydes Leather. We are coming to you today from Chilliwack, British Columbia, in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. It's a nice hot sunny summer day, so I got to keep my glasses on here. But we are here to visit a very good friend, Derek Friesen. Derek owns Custom Creations, and they are a premier hot rod upholstery shop and doing custom work, and we're doing double duty today because they're actually doing a set of seats for us. So why don't you follow me, we'll go inside and say hello to Derek and see what he's got going on. This is Derek Friesen, owner of Custom Creations here in beautiful Chilliwack, as I mentioned outside, and just want to do a little shop profile on Derek and find out what he's up to and what the latest things are with you. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Good.
Couldn't be better, actually.
Very good. We've got a nice pile of Hydes leather in front of us, which is fantastic. I love to see that.
Cuts and remnants of...
Cuts and remnants,
yeah.
Some good colors. But I actually wanted to start out by asking you, basically, how did it all start? Where did this all come from? Did you...
So, bit of a story, but I'll keep it short.
Yeah.
Out of high school, I went and worked for a feed plant here in town that made dog food, and realized real quick that that wasn't what I really wanted to do.
Okay.
I had an uncle that was in the glass industry, and he had a shop in Calgary, and I really wanted to work for him. And the only way he said he would hire me is if I had experience. So I got on with a company here in town, Apple Auto Glass.
Okay.
So I thought I was on my right journey, and to my surprise, they had a little sewing machine upstairs, and after about 6 months of working there, I thought, my seat's got a rip in it. I wonder if maybe I can fix this. So I asked my employer and if I could use the sewing machine and play with it after hours, and I very quickly found out that this was pretty cool, and I started finding cars that needed more work than I thought. So I just kept doing it and just kept working along.
Organically.
And then I just realized that I like doing upholstery more than I like glass. So when I worked for Apple for about 8.5 years, and when they changed ownership, I said, see you later. Mm-hmm. The new boss says, I'll see you in 6 months. You'll be knocking at my door. And it's been almost 30 years. So
wow, good for you.
It's been a long 6 months.
Yeah, well, and it's been, well, that is a heck of a 6 months for sure. But you and I have had quite a long relationship, and we've been working together for several years now, and just to see the growth of your shop in those 6 years is quite remarkable, because it was just you on your own when we were in the early days, right?
Yeah.
And when you and I first met. So to see where it was then and to see where you've come now is very impressive.
Well, I literally just worked in this one area here. I had one sewing table, and we would put 3 cars in here and work on them. And
I remember.
I look at what we got now and where we're working, I'm like, I don't even know how I did it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Well, you make it work, but and that leads me to another question: is you have been you've really kind of mentored yourself or looked to the guys south of the border, some of the top end upholsterers like Sid Javers and
100%.
And Gabe's and guys like that, and really kind of grasped their skill sets and their technology. Tell us a little bit about how you've evolved and brought more of the technological side into your business.
Well, as time has progressed and I see the going trends, and Avant-Garde is actually probably one of the first companies that I saw that was doing laser etching and laser perforations, and they were doing a lot of real creative work, like stuff that I thought was way above anything that I would ever be capable of doing. Mm-hmm. And then other shops started doing little bits and pieces of it, and I went to one mobile solutions course back in 2005, I think, 2005-ish, and it just opened my eyes to what the possibilities were, and at that point I realized that I wanted to chase this and see where I could go with my limits, and I'm still learning every day. still pushing myself and learning new stuff. And then shops like Danny at DJ's with Brian Filer, and I see what Chris at Bucks is doing, and he's kind of following, the same sort of aspects as far as with the laser, and now he's into the CNC machines. Tony at, it's just a bunch of guys that we communicate back and forth, and we share ideas, and we pick each other's brains, and it's
social media has been a great environment for bringing everybody together.
Social media has really opened up everybody, because it used to be a time when no one would want to talk to another upholsterer, and no one wanted to share. Nobody wanted to share stuff. And now, especially with social media and of course SEMA, we all get together, we all get to chat, we all get to hang out, and just we all might think it's just a bunch of BS that we're shooting back and forth, but trust me, we're all listening. We're all picking up little tips, little tricks.
Oh, that's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do it again, and that leads me into a conversation about the beautiful seats that you've just made for us for the Hydes leather car. We were just over at Flat Six Classics checking out the car, and he's about 80% through it now. And you did it in our Vision leather, which is our aniline dyed leather. Some of our more premium stuff. And you did it on a set of GTS Classics frames.
Yeah.
I know they were a little challenging. I know that that being your first GTS Classic seat, but I'm sure the result, and I know the caliber of work you guys do. So
they will look amazing in that car.
Yeah. So we will debut that at SEMA, and we will show it at our party again. So we'll see you there for the social event.
Awesome.
But I wanted to maybe ask you a little bit more about you and your relationship with Hydes leather and how we work together, and if there's a favorite leather that you have. I know you work a lot with our leathers.
I can tell you right now, we've used pretty much all your different leathers. And I'm a big fan of the Prima Napa. I love the way it works. I love how you can actually form it and have it fit something, and it stays. Holds a shape that you create with it. Not all leathers can do that. And the grain and the smoothness of it is
so that leather is a non-OEM, as you know. It's a non-OEM Napa, but it's got a little bit more grease in the tanning process, so that the fibers are a little more elastic, and that's what's giving you that form. But it's still vacuum dried, and it's still quite dense.
It is beautiful leather.
Yeah. So I'm glad you like it.
Not saying that I don't like the other leathers.
Yeah, sure.
Just that's my favorite.
That's okay. That's okay. Everybody's got to have a favorite. We've all got our favorite child too, but we just don't admit it.
No, we don't.
All right. Well, very cool. So shall we maybe do a little bit of a tour through your shop and see some of your machinery?
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
All right, Derek, so this is one of your technological advances that you've made in your business.
This is one of them, yeah.
This is a pretty cool piece of kit. This is a very big laser machine. This is one of the bigger ones I've seen.
This is a 36 by 55.
Wow.
That's what the bed size is. So we can do fairly large items at one go.
Yeah.
Nice thing is it's got pass-throughs. We can actually pull away from the wall, and we can actually put stuff through to do longer runs.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So let's have a look at some of the stuff that you've been doing.
So this is actually something that's that we're doing right now, or I should say we did, or on a project that we're working on right now for a 74 Bronco. So we did a laser etching around a perforated center, and then we actually stitched these together into 1.5-inch pleats.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah,
that's very good. It's a little bit reminiscent of a Lamborghini pattern as well, right? Are you getting the reference from other places, or is this something you came up with on your own?
Just kind of came up with that one on our own. Yep. We kind of went through a couple different samples until we found something that we thought was eye-catching.
Yep.
And
very nice.
And then we went through it, and once we got the approval from the client, we went full force on it. Yeah.
Very cool. Wow.
So
the possibilities are endless now.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And then of course we do perforations as well, and so that's some perforation on Alcantara, and then
this looks familiar. Yeah.
GT3 pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So GT3. On the lizard color. Well, this is on a piece of Lamborghini. Yeah, Lamborghini Verde Ulysses. Yeah. So. Very cool, a little gradient perf. So
Just trying some different things
Yep.
and come up with some different ideas.
Very nice. All right. Well, now I know who to go to when I need stuff perforated. So.
One of us, anyway.
So I have to say, I'm absolutely in love with the color and the way these trimmed out. They look amazing. Now, you told me on the phone it was a bit of a challenge, and you had some challenges. Tell us a little about how you overcame those.
So these definitely had some challenges to them. Attachment points, like how to actually attach them and without seeing visible screws or rivets or any of those kinds of fasteners.
Well, and I do appreciate that.
Well,
by the way.
So like the pull positions, we decided to do the same sort of thing with a stainless steel cable that goes through a thing, and then there's a tensioner that mounts on the bottom side that pulls the cable and tensions the cover over the seat frame. So it's really only latching in on the seats on these both inside corners, which is not a problem. It's going to work out well. But trying to get the inserts so that they don't look twisted, because the seat frames aren't exactly like dialed in. So all in all, I think they came out pretty good. A little bit more finessing on the fitment of how things tie in at the front and stuff like that. And then we should have them pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah, so the headrests will go on next and tie in the seat deck and get all that strapped in, and then should be good to go. Is that where we're at?
That's
basically?
pretty much it.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, very exciting. Tell me, how did you like working with the Vision?
I think it's a very nice leather.
Yeah.
Very soft. I love the hand on it, the feel. Absolutely love the color on the seats. I think they're going to look absolutely killer in your car.
It's going to be amazing. I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah.
No, the hand and the feel in this leather is beautiful. We haven't used this one before, and I think it'll be one that we use again.
Yeah, it's got a good range. I think we're at about 44 colors in this range, I think. So it's got a pretty good palette too. And we're going to start promoting this one a little bit more heavily. As I said earlier, the car is going to debut at SEMA, so we'll have it there with these seats in it, obviously, and showing it off, and
I look forward to
showing off your work. And
excellent.
So very happy about how they turned out, and I love your work. I really do.
Appreciate that very much. I appreciate
and Alicia. Alicia.
Oh, Alicia knocked these out of the park. I can't take credit for the work on these. It's all Alicia. She
stellar work.
She definitely pulled through on these ones.
Maybe I'll get you to laser cut me a custom air freshener with her name in it.
Oh yeah, maybe her photo. Maybe I can just etch her photo into it.
Yes. All right. Very good. Well, very excited. Thank you. This has been fantastic. So
awesome.